How you gonna work out and then smoke right after? I feel like that's fucking counterproductive. And then you just take one puff and then crush it in your hands, like certain Tego, Wingate's Felbrook Helsing. Like, hello? I doubt that. Even more suspect. Why? Kagari, nice. Koogami, nice. Ginoza, that's his name. He doesn't care. Exactly. Like, what are we talking about here? Yeah, what are we talking about here? Exactly. You forgot who you talking to. That's kind of whatever. He already looks sus. That shit crazy. Like, look at him. Evil. You can see the fat evil in his eyes. Of course, of course. Sure. Mmm. Mmm. Okay, okay. Bro. He's evil. That's fucking cap. He is capping. Hmm. I think you fucked with the psychopath, or he's just lying. He's so sus. Just question him already. It's probably him, for now at least. That's cap. Relax. You're pushing too hard. Dude, just. Okay, he knows something. Come on. Him too. Fuck your operations. You'll be alright. Exactly. You'll be alright. You already work 24/7. Okay, now he's sweating. That's fair. You need a warrant. Okay. He's lying or hiding some shit. Oh. Hmm. I'm pretty sure you can fake that shit. Or like artificially change it or something. Okay. Really? Okay. Oh, I like. Okay, okay. Isolated area. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Damn. Mm. Whoa. Wait. Kagari. What did that mean? Hmm. That makes sense, kind of. I think this is what he meant. Like, don't get off stress. You fuck up other people. Exactly. People gotta find release. So he's the self-appointed punching bag. He's Meg. Wow. Yep. Yep. Scum. Not scum, but like snake. He looks like another character. Correct. Correct. Interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. Now it's either him or the other guy. Of course. Damn, that sucks. If it is him, that kind of sucks. Yellow green, yeah. Because he killed somebody recently. Well, that's not a fact that it's him now, but yeah. It makes total sense. What are you talking about? Really? Are you fucking serious? How are you here? Hello? Right? What the fuck are you talking about? Yep. Correct. Huh? Bro, what the? Where is this even coming from? Back the fuck up, brother. Okay, understanding how people work isn't. What? That's literally all people work off of. Alright, you're fucking capping. Alright. Right? You need to fucking relax, okay? I don't think he needs to be here. Check his fucking hue. The fuck? What's happening? Hello? Right? Like, what is happening? Yeah, right? I don't know. I don't give a fuck what happens between you and him. You need to fucking relax. This is your job, right? You're the cool and collected one, right? Wow. He's gonna be a villain. I don't like his ass. I don't like him. He may be right, right? It may be like a Neji situation, right? It may be like a Kisei situation. Okay, bet. That's funny that you think that. Beat the fuck out that nigga. You're fucking right. You thought. And you're just gonna talk to him, right? Yeah. We're just gonna talk. Yeah, we're just gonna talk. No, we're just talking. Nah, let it rock. You gotta break him. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, there's the societal issues. There you go. You can spread false information or whatever. It more or less held what I thought it would hold. That's about right. That's interesting that you can still spread false information in this world, unless that's just like a thing that cops can do. Not really. It's kind of stupid of him though, to be fair, because it's like obviously he's obviously fucking baiting you. Are you retarded? Hello, but it's not crazy at all. At least I don't think so. Yep. As long as if you've been here, you don't know how to get through the fucking building, you dummy. 3, 2, 1, pause. Before I fucking start it up again. Oh, and the reason why Kogami was like, oh yeah, and someone who will turn a blind eye. Now I see his involvement. He knew what was happening. He was like, I don't give a fuck what happens. Okay, I don't give a fuck. As long as productivity keeps going, I don't care. Okay, we have a system, but if somebody wants to break that system, hey man, let it rock. He was that type of boss, I guess. And then he pretty much knew. I feel like he knew. Maybe not everybody else, but he knew. He at least he knew. At least he was suspect, and he knew of something. But I don't think they're gonna get him because they don't really have any evidence of him. He's just there, and they're gonna have to leave, do the crime. Get this guy or kill him or whatever they're gonna do, and they're gonna have to leave and leave that guy like the head of the whatever. But also through that, um, through that, we also see that the economics part. I think that's what they referred it to. I think that's the one that they referred to. The economics one, the branch or whatever. Yo, they don't care. Fuck feelings, fuck whatever. Do whatever you gotta do. Don't exceed anyone's hue and keep productivity flowing at a good pace. Keep it moving. I don't give a fuck what happens. And he's that type, which is why the civil system appointed him that. Because it's like, okay, do what you gotta do. I don't care what happens. Hues are good, cool. Protection's good, cool. I don't care. And I feel like the only reason why he even, the only reason why he even cares about the hues is because productivity. Because if everybody's hues gets bad, they're gonna have to stop production and then assign people and shit. So it's like that's the only reason why he even cares about that. So it's like, yeah, if people die, who cares? Productivity is good. Okay, then we're good. I don't give a fuck, right? But how? Nice. 265. Destroy decomposer. Ooh, it looks even more sexy the second time. Nice. Interesting. Right? That was cool. I mean, isn't that the thrill of the hunt as a detective in the first place? I mean, you know, I don't know that necessarily. Interesting. While I'm waiting for the ending to end, I had paused it before, but I just had a thought. Maybe, okay, if we're gonna take what he said and what he did last episode as genuine, and he's like, oh, I just did what I did to survive, blah 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 blah, and all that shit, like that whole thing. If we're gonna take that as like he's telling the truth or he's just genuine about it, I still, it's not even like I doubt him or anything. It's just, it was just more so to clarify, just in case you had the wrong impression from last episode. It's not that I didn't trust what he was saying. I just thought it was weird, really out of place, like story wise. Like it was just like out of fucking nowhere, and I'm like, hello, what's happening? What? Hello? Yeah, Homura, is that you? What? And like, it's just one of those where I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right? So if it's not a weird story thing or like an anime only thing, and if what he did was really like how it was in the manga, or if it more or less didn't deviate, even if it did, whatever, the anime is its own separate entity, but it's still weird, okay? But if we do take that as that, then I would chalk that up to it being just bad pacing or just weird pacing, in my opinion. And then I'd also say he's probably like a wolf in sheep's clothing type of thing. Like he has a metaphorical beast inside of him, and he's like, oh, no, I did what I did to survive. And he's trying to convince himself of that, while also trying to be a quote-unquote good guy, or at least a decent guy, while also doing what he likes, which is hunting people down. So yeah. He looks like he lives, Kogami looked like he lived in a, like, a kiln. Is that what it's called? Yeah, he kind of looked like he lived in a kiln to me. Like just like a basement with a kiln. I feel like I'm pronouncing this shit wrong. Or like a furnace, I guess. Okay, so the manager guy. Fuck. The manager guy said that we're not wired for it. That's okay. Just making note of that. He said we're not wired for it. I feel like that's a very particular language that's interesting to me. And then right after that, he said that this building itself is an anechoic chamber. Oh, okay. I didn't know what that means. Anechoic. Okay. Oh wow. Oh wow. It's like they want you to murder somebody. It fucking deafened sound or whatever. Pretty much, more or less. That's so stupid. That's fucking crazy. It lessens echoes. Okay, so you can just it's set up to kill. Hello? It's set up to kill. What? Hello? Sybil system? What's happening? I didn't know that. And then like not only fucking does it like absorb sound more or less. It fucking more or less blocks fucking electromagnetic waves and shit. That's fucking stupid. That is so stupid. They want them to kill. That's what they want. That's all they want. That's fucking wild to me. And I don't put it past the Sybil system as well, because they appoint people like the head guy, like with the glasses, and they appoint people like the dude that was killing people in the fucking first place. Like they appoint them there for a reason. It's like the Sybil system, as much as they rely on it, as smart as it is, I feel like, right, it should know how this shit's gonna play out, and I feel like it does, and it just doesn't give a fuck, because it's like, like, and this just leads me back to my first question. I ain't gonna say my first question, but like one of my first questions is like, Who's running it? Is it everybody together? Is it like one individual? Is it one group? Is it like the different branches of the I'm looking at my notes because I forget what the fuck it's called. Is it just all the branches of the safety bureau in the first fucking place? Like, does the safety bureau themselves like just control it all together? Like, what's going on? Hello? I don't know. Damn, I didn't peep this. He was dissected while he was still alive. That's fucking crazy to me. I didn't peep this either. Its memory and backup were gone. Akane. Really? And you didn't suspect anybody at all? Are you fucking kidding me? Hello? It's right there. Please. Please. The Ministry of Economy and therefore the government by extension, I guess. They're kind of corrupt. Since this place is under government jurisdiction, they don't give a fuck about like, oh, they're just like, hey, productivity. So that's one tick already against the gov as a whole, and therefore the civil system. And if the government runs the civil system, then it's like yeah, okay, I see. Okay, so I'm gonna have to let this marinate in my head a little bit. The information we got on like the dominators and stuff. So usually what they do to get a hue check on random people is to measure the person's stress by performing a hue assessment. Okay, but how does that hue assessment get to where it is? Unless I'm stupid, okay? Unless I'm fucking retarded, okay? I still don't get how they get to that hue. So it's like, is it like a circle? Is it like, okay, with this stress you get this hue, but also we check your hue and then you have this stress? Is that what it is? Is because that's I'm misunderstanding something, right? So it's like your stress affects your hue, and then the computer checks their. I mean, then let's say you're walking down the street and there's like a drone there. The drone scans your hue, and then that tells the I'm keep hitting the fucking mic. I'm sorry. And then the drone reads your hue because it's like a mood ring. It's like a mood ring, and then the drone reads your mood ring, and then it tells it your stress. That makes sense, I guess. Okay, cool. So it measures a person's stress by performing a hue assessment, and then if you actually want to see a person's mental state, specifically based on the data and shit, to check their job aptitude, which you can do, that's new, okay, that's how they do it, or to check their crime coefficient, you need to wait in line for an analysis by the civil system, and then dominators basically say, fuck that, I need one now, and they cut in line, as he said. Okay, so that makes sense. So that would kind of, bringing that up, that kind of makes me question Akane's mental state as a whole in the fucking first place, because I don't remember what her explanation to Kagari was earlier when he was like, hey, why did you join? And then she was like, yeah, I kind of just excelled at every fucking thing ever, and so I decided to be here, fuck it. And then I would assume, right, before you get in, they check you. They don't hue check you. They check you, like they analyze your mental state in your fucking brain directly, like with the civil system. I would imagine that they do that when you enter the force. I would hope so. Okay, I kind of don't want to say that they do, but I feel like they should. However, I don't know, man. I don't know how good this writing is yet. I can't really tell. So I'm kind of wavering on if I want to trust them that much, right? Whoever created this shit. So if we're just gonna assume though that they do check you extensively, mental state and everything ever before you enter, right, along with your stats and shit and your requirements or whatever, before you enter the police force, I would imagine when Akane got here, she was good. However, during the conversation she had with her friends after her first day with all that bullshit, right, I would imagine her mental state kind of fucked up and her hue didn't really show it, right? Even though in reality her mental state is on some other shit, which would make sense because her friends pointed out, oh, hey, your hue is never bad, but you don't perform any mental like stability like therapy at all. Like you don't go to therapy, you don't do any mental health care at all, or like barely any. What's up? What's your secret? She's like, yeah, I'm like, yeah. Again, her past, or she was either fucked from the jump on some like 13 Reasons Why shit, or he was fucked from the jump, right? She just has mental issues from her past, or she has mental issues in general, and that affected her past. Either way, fucked up past, she has mental issues, and then through that, all throughout life, she kind of like can just naturally, yeah, I go through fucked up shit, but my stress doesn't really raise, so my hue doesn't really change too bad, like too much. So I'm relatively always good, so I don't really have to do the therapy shit that everybody else has to do because I'm already fucked in the head, or I'm already like a deviant, I guess you could say, like from a fuck is that game called? I'm Connor from fucking Cyberlife. What's that shit called? Isn't that the David Cage game? Like no racism, but actually racism. Actually, what the fuck is that shit called? Connor Cyberlife. I'm gonna be fucking pissed when I find this shit out. Watch. Oh, fucking Detroit Become Human. God damn. Holy shit. Okay, but yeah. What the fuck was I saying? Yeah, either way. So it's either she was good before she got into the job, and then the first day of her job, she got fucked, and now her mental state is kind of messed up, but her hue color doesn't change because of her past, or either because of her past early on, or she grew like to have mental issues or whatever, or she's slightly askew or like from the norm, quote unquote, or and then through that, she's able to deal with shit better than most normal people, which is why she got such a high grade, blah 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 blah, right? Because I would imagine the civil system takes into account all this bullshit from your past and shit, since they can just basically read your mind and just control, I ain't gonna say control, but like monitor most things in your life, I feel, right? And I feel like everything gets like taken into account, like job security and like your family and shit, to see how you're gonna get raised, blah 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 blah, statistical, etc. So I say all this because they brought up, yeah, we check your stress and that affects your hue. So the drones read the hue to see your stress, to see the likelihood of you becoming like a latent criminal. And once you get over a certain amount of stress, you're either, I think it's literally you're a latent criminal, but also it's you could become one. So we put you in therapy to make you chill the fuck out, or not get too high up as a latent criminal to have like no amount of therapy can ever fix you. Fuck you, right? So because obviously you can be a latent criminal, but you can be not as much of a latent criminal to need therapy. To not need therapy anymore, and for the system to say fuck you. So if your stress is too high, you're a latent criminal, but you're not far enough to need no therapy at all ever, and that system to give up on you. I keep wording that weirdly because I keep wanting to say something else. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm start over. I'm sorry. I'm gonna start over. So you can be a latent criminal, but if you're a latent criminal and stress, now I would imagine it's stress specifically. But if your stress gets too high, it'll update and it'll say, well, no amount of therapy can help you. You're past the point of no return. Fuck you. But you're still a latent criminal, and you were before as well. But your stress wasn't that high enough to warrant kill on sight, right? Or you could have high enough stress to be close to becoming a latent criminal, and then you would still need stress as well, I would imagine, right? Like that guy in the mall that tipped the stress level of that area, and they were like, well, hey, you need therapy. Hello. Right? It's like your hue isn't looking too good, buddy. What's going on here? Hey, right? So it's that, it can be that too. And I say all this because with the conversation with Akane and her friends, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I'll do it anyways. Fuck it. Like I said, her friends were like, hey man, what's up? And she was like, So I'm like, after her first day, whether she was fucked before her first day or after her first day, I'm gonna come to the same conclusion, but I had to like distinct those two because those are two just possibilities in my head right now, and I want to make it clear. Which is why I had that whole rant before. Either way, right? if they check her now, and if somebody puts a dominator to her fucking head, what will it say? I'm really curious. I'm very curious. And I don't think it'll be too good. At least I don't think it'll be like super pristine as like other people might assume it would be. At the very least, right? I don't know. You know. Oh, speaking of Akane, actually, her intuition is trash. Holy shit! Like, is that like a hint to her backstory, or is she just stupid and that's her just character? I mean, airheaded or like super pure, innocent, naive, and that's just her character. Because, like, from jump, I was like, to be fair, this I'm looking at it from a meta god perspective, like outside of the story. But it's like, come on, dude, that dude looks sus. He looked like a fucking hentai. Like, come on. He looked like a hentai, not like ugly bastard, but like in between ugly bastard and MC protagonist. Not like skinny like MC protagonist, like a hentai protagonist, but like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. The boys know what I mean. The boys, okay. The boys know what I mean, right? And not the boys as in literal boys. The boys as in the boys. You get what I mean. The boys, okay. Yeah, you get what I mean. He looks like one of those guys, and off rip I was like, dude, kind of sus, right? Everybody in the room fucking picked up on that shit, except Akane. As smart as she is as well as she excelled in her fucking class, her intuition is dog shit. Now I don't know if that's just because of what I'm gonna look up his name. I need to remember their names. I'm usually good with names, but it's because I binge shit, and so instead of doing it like in this format, this is kind of new for me. The fuck are their names? Hello? Oh, okay. Masaoka. See, I thought it was Masaoka, but I wasn't sure. So I was right in my head. So Masaoka, unless it was like what Masaoka said in the first episode, in the sense that, oh, you're number one in your class, cool, that shit means nothing out here. Unless it's like one of those things to hammer that down, along with her personality possibly being naive and shit. So it's either to hammer in the I forget his fucking name already. Kasaoka. Fuck me. Masaoka Kogami. Fuck off. Unless it's either to hammer down the Masaoka point, or to hammer down the she's naive and she's stupid airhead main character / maybe backstory, or maybe a bit of both in those, right, within its own thing, right? So it's either backstory maybe / character / a little bit of both, or either it's to hammer Masaoka's point, or a bit of both, or I guess all three if you want to count those two things that are wrapped into one as two separate things, those being her character or backstory thing, right? So yeah, she's stupid. I don't know. I don't get it. It's either like whatever story thing or what. I don't know. Just I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this writing. It makes sense that they have coverage areas like cell phone towers. That's pretty weird. It makes are there cell phones connected to the Sibyl system? Interesting. Do you have data depending on like are your credits numbers, and do you have data depending on how much you work a day, and the Sibyl system appoints that to you? Or is it like infinite data because you're appointed to the Sibyl system, and because you're a cog in the machine you get automatic benefits? But like I said, that would feed into the whole, like I said before, that would feed into the whole question of the status affect what you get and the grade that you get it, like pretty much kind of separate but not equal type shit. But it's like you get the same things, but just they're different. No. But yeah, does it depend on like your status? Like, oh, you're here, you get this. You're here, you get this. You get the same things, but you know, like, fuck you, your worth is different type shit. What the fuck? Where was I going with this? I just went on a fucking tangent in my head. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. But I wonder if those abolition areas are like, well, they did say that they didn't have like drones and shit there, so they couldn't really do anything. However, it was within the coverage of. No, I think they're two separate things. Okay, so I think no, like, I'm gonna just say no internet zones. Okay, pretty much. No, I can't. Let me get attuned to this, you know, to the lingo of this world. So the civil system, like areas or whatever, like the coverage areas for the civil systems, can have abolition areas within those civil systems. Those abolition areas only like are like for for no drones, and it's like it's within the law area, but it's a lawful area within the law area, if that makes sense. Because realize, so I realize that they don't have realize, right? So you can have no drones, but you can still be more or less be able to connect to the civil system because you're still within the coverage of it. However, these places aren't abolition areas, and they do and can have drones. They make the drones, so yeah, they do and can have drones. However, they're outside of the coverage in the first place. Okay, so we have another color, yellow green. I know later on his thing was like 265, if I remember correctly. However, that was after it updated, so I'm not really gonna put that as the thing. So for now, yellow green is gonna be in between. Oh, I guess I should tell you my list order. Well, give me a second. Hold on. I'm gonna put yellow green. Forest green. Okay, I'm gonna put yellow green right in between yellow and forest green. How about that? It's like yellow green and then yellow, because I would imagine yellow is like lower and the dark scale, like the muddy scale, you know. I'm kind of, it's interesting that they didn't really follow the thing anymore. Maybe it's like pure colors or like forest green, steel blue, powder blue. Like pure colors are that, but like the in between ones, you're just like color. Instead of color thing, it's color for in between things. Did that make any sense? It's fine. Don't worry about it, okay? You get it or you don't. So yellow green is a new color. Okay. So I would assume that because the civil system appointed him here, and because he's there for a specific reason, obviously they get shat on by everybody so they can relieve their stress, and once their stress gets too high, he's booted off and he's, you know, taken somewhere else or whatever. I would imagine, as the people mentioned, he has a private room, so he has special privileges, I would imagine, because obviously if he slept with them, he would get nonstop torture all the fucking time, and with that, it would degrade him even faster, and his usefulness, that's not, like, from a pure objective standpoint, that's not like not rational, fucking Aizawa. What is the word? Hello? Oh, that's not the most optimal way to do it, because I feel like it would be better to, after a hard day work of whatever, if their shit's very, very motored, okay, let them get on that man, and then let him rest by himself and have his alone time to try to, you know, stop the stress from building up too much, and then in the morning again do it over after a hard day's work. So it's like day after day after day. Yes, it gets worse instead of like day and night, because if that's the case, it'll like double his rate, obviously. So yeah, that's not the most optimal way to do it, which is why he would probably have a private room and all the rest of the guys sleep together because they're friends with each other, or at least cool with each other, blah blah blah. Nah, it would triple his rate, actually, probably, because they probably bully him all daytime or after work. If he didn't have his own private room, they would fuck him up at night, probably, and fuck him up, and he probably wouldn't get any sleep. Quadruple the rate, possibly, because he wouldn't get any sleep, and they'd probably bully him at night. And then during work as well, he's stressed, so he would get non-stop just shit. Yeah, it would like triple or quadruple his rate of stress and hue color. It would muddy that shit so hard. Holy fuck. Yeah, for a person like this, you have to have special privileges. There's no fucking way. You have to have a special room or something. There's no goddamn way. Oh wow, that's interesting. So no one even knows why he's here. He possibly. Well, I'm pretty sure he does know why he's. The way Kagari talked. I don't know. We don't really know. Oh, speaking of Kagari, hold on. Maybe the Sybil system caught him in the. No, that makes no sense. Because they scan you from birth, it seems like, right? So, even if he did get caught in a huge drone detection thing and got branded a latent criminal, I feel like. That wouldn't translate to because my train of thought was basically, oh, what if the civil system peeped that Kagari like has this mentality and he'd be good as an enforcer, right? Like, could you just come out the womb like, yeah, you're gonna be an enforcer and just be set up from jump? Like, is that possible? But I feel like the way Kagari like worded it and then like he framed it was like, oh yeah, I already got my thing from birth. Oh, I'm stupid. You don't get it from birth. I'm dumb. You get it after like college or school, wherever the fuck Akane came from. That's when you get it. Because her friends even talked about it and they were like, oh yeah, when I passed, I got this, and this, and I could get into these places, but not these places. I'm stupid, not from birth. I'm dumb. Ignore that. Okay, hold on. So okay. So, which is why Kagari was like, yeah, must be nice, or like, because Kagari like mentioned Akane's like aptitude for shit and like the fact that she can go anywhere that she wanted, and he was like, must be nice, or like must be, he was either like must be nice, or either he was like, yeah, I don't know how it feels to like be told to do something for the rest of your life because you're well suited for this specific thing. When I was 9 or 5, when I was 9, I'm going with 9. Fuck you, I can't decide, 5 or 9. Okay, when I was either 5 or 9, I got scanned and I was branded a lame criminal for the rest of my life, and now I'm here. So I never got a chance to even be scanned by the civil system. You can be whatever the fuck you want. I was branded from like jump, pretty much, right? Because he noted that, and I want to know what he said. I want to remember what he said specifically, but either way. So from Kagari's thing, it seems like you get scanned when you pass school, and then it's like, okay, this is what you're most suited for. Even still, my argument before about how you change over time, that's when you get out of school. I don't know about this universe, but like you get out of school, depending on if it's high school. I'm gonna just go with high school. I'm gonna just assume it's high school, because the college is like, that's an even hard. That's an even like, especially in this universe, that's an even bigger thing. It's like, it depends on what you're going in for. Blah 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 blah. So I'm just gonna assume it's high school, and then everybody passes at a certain specific rate, and then you get, I'll feel like your scores in high school. It's like, okay, you would probably, and your personality, okay, you're here. This is your career path for the rest of your life. I'm just gonna assume it's that. So like, you get out of like 18, 19, right? Maybe if you start school early. Nah, I would. Fuck it. I don't know if I've known a 17-year-old in school. Is it that early? No, that's stupid. That makes no goddamn sense. Does it? Maybe if you skip grade. What if you skip grades though? Is skipping grades a thing? Fuck me. Whatever. 18, 19, right? You get out. Maybe 20, right? If you flunk a grade or some shit, or you start late or whatever, right? Like, you can still change. Like, it's especially. They're making so much goddamn noise. Especially as a 20-fucking-year-old dude. My argument from the last episode, or the one before that, or whatever, I'm pretty sure it's the last episode, I want to say. Yeah, it's episode 2, the last episode. I want to say that my whole, oh, you can change over time, so the civil system, like, assigning you work for the rest of your life is kind of crazy and could backfire you and induce even more stress on you over time, depending on your mind state. But I guess, quote, therapy will help that. What's therapy? Again, right? So it's like, that could possibly backfire. But again, quote, therapy. So it's like, I guess it works, technically. But yeah, the civil system knew his personality and was like, oh, okay, well, this place needs a Meg. They need a person that they can just shit on constantly. Bet. You're perfect. And go. That's crazy to me. Like, real shit. Like, the civil system is like the body, And then it's like the body's like, okay, well, we need to fulfill this function. So do any means necessary. I don't give a fuck what happens. And then bad shit happens from the civil system trying to fucking solve shit or just get shit out to keep the whole body running as a whole. And then the enforcers of the immune system going in and being like, no, fuck that shit. Get out, bitch. And then the civil system is the body as a whole, like in the more vague the immune system in the more vague concept, kind of being like, okay, what's your worth though? Oh, you're not gonna contribute to the body. You're waste. Destroy them. Fuck them. And it's like, okay. Like, the enforcers are really the good guys. That shit's crazy to me. As of right now, I don't give a fuck about shit, okay? Look, they're the good guys, okay? Everybody else is fucked, not them. They're the most human. I've said it before. I'll say it right now again. They're the most human so far. Okay, let me not say that. They're the most... I don't know how to word it. They're the most insert here. There you go. That's my answer. That's my thing. I'm gonna assume this doesn't really mean much of anything, but when they showed the charts, 2109, 2110, 2111, 2112, I'm gonna assume that doesn't really do anything. You see purple, you see pink, like cherry blossom pink, sky blue, steel blue, yeah, prison jacket orange, fucking lime green, Pikachu yellow, fucking marker purple. What the fuck is that color? I don't even know. You know? But I'm gonna assume the numbers above them don't really matter. And it's just like an anime thing. But I'll hold more credence to the colors though. This guy that was transferred that they're giving an example for, well, Masaoka is it's purple, but it's like a deep purple. Which is like, yeah, that's fair. Purple is like a dark ass color, I would imagine. Like, what does it look like when it becomes black? Like, what if it's just black, just space, obsidian black, dude? Imagine obsidian black, bro. That has to be a thing. There's no way. Obsidian black, space black, or like fucking charcoal black. I feel like charcoal's kind of lame though. Red was also a color for one of those people that got ejected. Red also is a deep color. Blood red, yeah. Crimson red. I wonder why he like retaliated so hard. Yuji. I wonder why he retaliated so hard. What does reassignment mean? Does that mean that you just get put to a different area, or do you still get paid? Is that why he was just so crazy? Because like honestly, like and this makes me question whether the civil system tells you why you're going to a place at all or not. I would imagine. I don't know. I don't even want to give an answer of what I think because I don't really know. Because it's like, if he knew why he was going to where he was going to, if I were him, I would just be like, yeah, okay, I'll take the abuse as long as you don't fucking like break my arm or no crazy shit. Oh, you fucking loser. Oh shit, my bad. Fucking loser. Slaps the fucking shit out of my hand. Yeah, I don't care. It's whatever. That's kind of whatever, right? I can take that. That's no skin off my back. I'm chilling, you know? I'm chilling. Just give me porn, let me jack off, you know? I'm whatever, right? I'm good, okay? But like, if you didn't know and this shit just came out of nowhere, then it's like, okay, yeah, I can kind of see why he ended up the way he did. But if he knew, I kind of question like why didn't he just take it? But also, why would he take it? You know? So it's like, either way I get it, but it's like, does it regardless. I brought this up to ask, you know, does the civil tell you, like, hello? Like, do you know, or is it just like, go? And then you're like, but why? No, just go though. Okay, but also, what does reassignment mean? Do you stay at your job? Do you not? Either way, he had to have known that he's gonna get reassigned, because I would imagine that's like a company thing to where it's like, okay, your hue gets too low, bye. And he has to know that. He has to. There's no fucking way he doesn't know that. So either way, whether he knows it or doesn't, kind of is irrelevant. It was just to ask that question, right? Just to bring up that question. Either way, it doesn't really matter because he kind of has incentive, depending on what reassignment is, to kill that guy, to keep his shit up, to not get booted off. Because it's like, okay, do you keep your job? Is it the same amount of pay as it was here? Is this place just convenient for you? How do you feel about this place? Right? There's tons of questions that goes into why he did what he did, but we just don't get them. So it's like, okay, left up in the air, like why? Like I get why he did it, but why? Right? It's like, is it just to get off stress? If that's the case, just get booted and reassigned. They're gonna take care of your mental health. No, like. If anything, I would try to fuck up my hue even more so I can get booted off from this toxic ass place where I'm getting beat up every day to go to a different assigned place. If we're assuming reassignment is literally what it means, reassignment to a different place with the same pay and the same blah, 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 right? Why wouldn't you just get booted? And if not, then, like, to stay away from this toxic fucking area. Unless you're just going to get booted to a different area to be like fucked up again because you're just that type of person, unless that's literally your job for life, then it's like, okay, I get it. But again, we don't get those fucking answers. It's like we don't get it. So it's like my only, unless I'm just gonna go big brain, not even big brain, unless I'm just gonna like look far off into the distance with this shit, unless I'm gonna do that, like we have nothing. So with what we have, it's like I have to question. It's like, okay, what does reassignment mean? That's why I bring up this question. Is it equal pay? Does that mean that you get booted off the job? Do you get work? Do you get paid time off if you have to? Because I would imagine you have to get therapy before you get reassigned. I would imagine, because your hue is just so trash at that point, right? So it's like, do you just lose out on money? Do you just not work? Do they pay you when you're getting therapy? How long is therapy? What is therapy? It's just like, so many fucking questions that I just don't have answers to right now. So I don't know if that's just like a story thing where it's like the writing is kind of like, what the fuck. My instinct reaction was to say bad, but I know people on the fucking internet just don't get it, like people's lingo, so I'm not gonna say that. But it's like, it's questionable, right? I'm just like, I don't like this. It was another point. It was another instance in this episode, but I just forgot. And I don't think I'm rewatching it right now, and I don't think I'm not gonna get that same feeling again. I just forgot. Regardless, it's this instance, like this whole kind of, not this episode, but like this guy's reasoning and like the rant I just went on, and then it's like the Kogami shit in like the last episode. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's just those two so far. I'm like, this writing, is it just the anime? Is it the pacing? What's going on here? Oh, I didn't know that she said this. I feel like I misinterpreted it during my reaction. I might not have. Akane just asked, why would somebody's hue increase after killing someone? Akane, okay, first off, what if they just like killing people? What if they're into like necrophilia, right? What if they're into that shit? Like, there could be a multitude of reasons why somebody would be into that shit, okay? And like Masaoka just brought up, like, where they were bullying him like day after day for a year straight. Like, it's not too crazy, kill him, a little bit happy. It's not crazy to imagine, okay? So it's like, again, naivete, Taya. So it's just like, yeah, I don't know. All right, hot take. I feel like I don't even know this dude's name. Inoka. I don't know. The glasses guy that looks like the Star Clan guy from Soul Eater or not. That guy. Okay, that guy. I'm just gonna assume. Like, for one, it feels like he has an inferior. And I ain't gonna say this is used way overused, so I'm not even gonna say it. I feel like he feels some type of way about Masaoka in general. Because he's like, that's more of your detective's intuition. Like, Masaoka is just better than him. And he's pissed about it, right? Now, that could have something to do with his past, as in, like, oh, Masaoka, like, taught him at some point. And then he did what he did, became a latent criminal. And then the guy was like, yo, fuck you. You're trash. You got caught. Or whatever. You're just a piece of shit. But let's say because Masaoka saved somebody or something, right? And the guy's like, and he believed it. But Masaoka is really the good guy, quote unquote, in this case, because he did what was right to be branded a latent criminal. If we're going by what I said, what I thought his backstory was, right, or in the or whatever. And then the guy was like, "Oh yeah, fuck you. You're just a dirty latent criminal." And then that hardened his disdain for latent criminals over time, and then that made him into who he is today. And then that made him hate Masaoka. Or Masaoka was just always better than him. He felt some type of way, and then he became a latent criminal. And because the guy feels how he feels against latent criminals in general, his feelings about Masaoka before he became a latent criminal and him as a latent criminal in general made him feel this type of way about him now. As in, like, I hated you before because you were better than me, because, intuition, but now that you're a latent criminal, and because I fucking hate latent criminals and I think of them as trash human beings in the first place, not even human, I double, triple hate you, right? It could be one of those in my head. Yeah, and then he says, "Oh, it's just circumstantial evidence," and it probably, I don't know what counts as circumstantial evidence. I'm not gonna pretend like I do, right? But even if it is, I feel like a lot of cases go off of that. Obviously, in court, circumstantial evidence can only go so far, if at all. I'm pretty sure. Again, I don't know. Don't crucify me. Relax. There's a lot of information in the world. Not everybody's gonna know everything. You fucking smart bitch. That's finna title right now. Relax, okay? Obviously, circumstantial evidence can be like discounted in court, and it's not enough to pin somebody down on a crime if they did it, or sometimes if they didn't do it. Regardless, I feel like while investigating, specifically, not even in court, while investigating, circumstantial evidence can lead you to bigger shit. Sometimes that's all you have to go off of, and you just kind of like, okay, well, I kind of gotta ride that. I gotta ride that wave. There's nothing else I have. Like, this dude may or may not have done it. Fuck it, dude. Let's see what we can get. Like, sometimes you have to go off of that. And you're a fucking detective investigator, dude. Like, what's happening? Hello, this dude tripping. I feel, and even after he went on this little angry rant tirade, all Masaoka did was just laugh. So it's like, yeah. It could totally also be because his moral compass is like lawfully good to like an extreme degree. It could also be, no, we have to do everything by the book. This isn't by the book. Fuck you. You want to be a detective and your intuition. Fuck all that shit. Just go by the book. It could be that he's just the simplest answer, which is that, and he's just like, our ideologies disagree with each other, and Masaoka wants to be like, yeah, let's just use our intuition and, get to the heart of the problem. Meanwhile, more or less. Meanwhile, this guy is just like, nah, fuck you, do everything by the book, suck my dick, type shit. But it could have all those other things that I mentioned mixed in too, to varying degrees. Speaking of me talking about, put a dominator to Akane's head and look at her mental state, and I don't think it'll be that pretty. Put a dominator to the glasses guy's head. Put a dominator to literally everybody on that fucking team's head. Put a dominator to literally everybody in a government position ever's head. I want to see what happens, bro. That'll be very interesting if that ever happens. It might not happen, but I feel like it could totally happen. I hope it happens. Especially the hallway scene for this guy. Put a dominator to his head. I'm sorry. Put a dominator to his head. Put a gun to his head, and I just want to see what happens. Okay, read his memory. Shut up. You get what I'm saying. Especially after she said I can do a better job working with the enforcers. He got disappointed and shit, and that can kind of lead credence to my whole. He just wants to do it by the book, and the enforcers are like, nah, we're just gonna do our own thing. Fuck it. Like, they're actual detectives. Meanwhile, the guy is just an arm of the system as a whole. He's just a government dog. Not even a government. I can't even give him that much credit. He's just a robot. Meanwhile, the enforcers are like government dogs. They're like, okay, we'll do what you want, but we're gonna do it our way. And I kind of fuck with the enforcers more on that. And then he was like, oh yeah, you should learn experience since you want to be a fool, you should learn by experience of being one. Like, he's already viewing her as not human because he's like, oh, I fucking hate you. You want to be with the enforcers? Those scum? Fuck you. It's like, yo, relax, dude. Holy shit. I feel like I don't really need to touch on this, but yeah, you can spread false information. Maybe that was a bluff, but you can spread false information on the internet. Okay, that's just another layer of bullshit to to go by on your day to day. It could increase stress level as usual. You can spread false information, and then that'll raise your stress level, and then you're a lean criminal, or you got to go to therapy. Like, depending on how bad it is, gone immediately, immediate consequences. It doesn't even matter if you even come into contact with those people. You might stress over it in your room because you found out people think that you're like that. You might not even run into them. As soon as you step out the fucking I'm so sorry. As soon as you step out into the fucking like world, gone. Drone, gone immediately. Oh, your stress too high? Oh, okay, bet. Like, immediate consequences. Just spread lies. Damn. Yeah, like what I was saying before, like Kogami running down the stairs, he was Akane was like, why would you do something so reckless? And Kogami was like, this is about finding out the truth and like setting shit straight, pretty much. And I feel like this is just an ideological like just difference between Masaoka and Kogami at the very least. I don't know about the other two, but at least with them two, it's about this. It's about like, oh, I want to be a detective. I want to find out the truth. Kogami's like, oh, this is about finding the truth. Meanwhile, Mugi, no, don't disrespect her, not Komugi. Goza, fuck it, the glasses dude. Okay, Starkline, right? With him, Ginoza, right? Is that it? Fuck it, Guno, because I think Kagari called him Guno, Ginoza or Gunoza. I think it's Ginoza, right? With Ginoza, I'm just calling him Gino. With Gino, he was like, no, our job isn't to find the truth. It's to uphold like the huge shit and like blah 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 societal shit instead of just finding the truth. Now, doing what he said may involve finding the truth at some point, but it's not finding the truth at this point in time and to stop people from dying. He didn't view that as a priority. He viewed that as, no, our thing is to uphold the system's law, not do this. It's like Tsubanki from fucking Blaze Blue, and I don't know about in the future games, but at least in the Continuous Shift 2, she was very fucking annoying. She was like, only law and order, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Okay, get out my goddamn face. He's kind of like that, I feel, from this. I have to clarify, because people are stupid. Is it kind of stronger than I think? Because granted, it's just cardio, running down some stairs, right? But Kogami, I would imagine he works out daily or at least regularly, right? He was huffing and puffing. And she was doubled over, but she kept up. She kept up. Oh, I was wrong. It was 265, but it wasn't after the update. Okay. So, okay. Yellow, green, 265. Okay. I don't know how I haven't asked this question before. I wonder how dominators are made. I wonder how, yeah, I wonder how they're made. And I wonder what that energy is. What are they made of? Standard questions that I feel like I should have asked before.